Hello, this is Cuckoo. Today I'm so happy because I get to present to you the final version of the Osmose expressive synthesizer by Expressive in collaboration with Harken Audio. They've done a spectacular job in both the design, the touch, the feel of the instrument, and it's really holding up to be something truly unique. And I think that this might be an instrument that could sit right between classically trained musicians and electronic musicians. And finally, there could be a common ground where classically trained musicians are going to look at electronic music and say, like, wow, you can do all of this on an electronic synth? Yeah, that's how I feel. I feel like this is so important. This is a real big deal for me. So all of these sounds and the synth engine on board, they are so expressive and they're begging you to explore how to play them because of the nature of the sensitivity of the keyboard. They kind of beg you to play the sounds in every sound in a unique way. So I'm going to explore it today and see if I can find a couple of sounds that resonate with myself and see how I would like to play them. So let's go. I'm going to play a couple of sounds. Okay. This is how I start out when I try a new patch. Just barely touching the surface and see what comes out. Touch it a little faster and wobble. Just slowly taking the sound in and out. It's so beautiful. And it kind of tells you to improve on your finger skills in a whole new way. Each finger could be its own envelope, and that's something very beautiful. You can pulse the sound like this. I love this. Just explore. So that's just playing the sound. So we got super light touch, and me personally, I love light touch playing. I just love it. I love it. You can see from the footage, it's like, is he barely pressing the keys? This is touching. This is pressing. You can barely see it on film, but you can feel it. And even there is a scale of sensitivity that just is beyond everything else. And then if you press it all the way down, you can meet the kind of aftertouch level. You can feel it. It's like, boom, oh, there's a different level there. There. And then I could keep pressing. And that could also take the sound into a different expressive direction. And you can use the whole range. just practice and practice your muscle techniques. It's just one sound. I could just get so much out of it. So on the side here, we've got a screen. We can select a bunch of different things. The presets, the synth page, the sensitivity page, and the playing page. Sensitivity is a good place if you feel like you're not quite there yet with the sensitivity. You can make it behave more like a regular keyboard and push the sensitivity to be much harder or softer. And on the synth page, each preset that you load have like different things that you could choose from. The macros here: timbre, shape, body, breath, tone, and breath tone. And these are all things that you can set per sound. Some other sound might have some completely different settings there. Let's see if we could change the breath, for instance. So take it away completely. Maybe we get to global effects. There is a reverb on it now. You can mix it in a bit more. Diffuse it more. Less darkness. And this is a very sustained sound, but if you want to, and if you build up a technique to do it, you can play this as you can play the keyboard as an envelope. It's very difficult, but you can do it. You might be wondering if it can play in a regular synth sound, and yeah, sure, it's a very complex sound engine, and you can create your patches as well from a computer editor. It's difficult and complex, but it can do any sound. Yeah, you can play synth on it, you know? It doesn't have to be all smooth and dandy and emotionally loaded and ambient and soundtrack worth it. No, it could be Axel Foley theme. Ooh, sounds nice. Again, this is how I start out. Just touch and press and see. Some of the sounds, they have this interval, like a minimal interval where it's monophonic. And that's a way to play kind of, yeah, bends and And that's a setting where you can go into the menu here and something called pressure glide, and some patches has like a small interval, and within that interval it's monophonic and continuous. You can change the interval to something else, like now it's a major third. This is polyphonic, but within here very playable, and you can also go in there and turn it off. None. Yeah, let's try another sound. Let's see. Whoa. That is sick. That is very cool. And bear in mind that there's no samples involved at all in this instrument. This is pure synthesis, and it's really high level stuff. It's a beautiful patch. Well, again, like the levels of what's happening at the very surface when you strike it, when you slowly push it in, when you hit the aftertouch level, and depending on your interaction, yeah, I'm struggling to find words. So foregoing the initial attack, just vibrating like that. How about? And then down to the after effect, the aftertouch, and striking hard. And now a long. That's really hard. Sustain like a tone with your little finger while you're playing like staccato with the other fingers. And now's a good time to introduce, like with this sound, maybe with this sound I don't want to use the pitch bend, because the way I want to play it is like percussive and legato, and it's really hard not to slide like that. So that's a good opportunity to try and change that. Let's see. Sensitivity. We got bending there. Bending. I could start with just turning it down to fourth. Maybe that's enough. Yeah, that's kind of enough. Wow. Wow, that's interesting. It's like a pitch bend when you push it down. Again, I'm so drawn towards this light action. I couldn't come up with this stuff on any other instrument. cool. It's cool. Another one. Bass monster. Wow. You can go a little bit overboard with the pitch bend sometimes. But then, you know, if it's really tricky to keep the energy going, maybe you're playing live to a very energetic song, and you keep sliding, just turn it down. Go to the setting, bending, turn it down to like a fourth of a step. It's still a slight, you know, you can still use it, but even if you slide to maximum pitch bend, it's gonna be fine. Yeah. Wow, that's a good sound. I think this is the ultimate soundtrack synthesizer. It's the ultimate, it's the best. I think, yeah, if I was scoring soundtracks as my main job, yeah, it'll be like 90%, 90% Osmose. Beyond, I don't have words. If you're coming with a different background as a keyboard player, maybe you're playing pianos, stage pianos really hard, or maybe you're playing something that's really, really subtle. I think it's good to, if you're playing like you usually do, and you feel like, it's not expressive, it's just very, very hard all the time. Maybe it's because you play very hard. And then you can adjust the settings to your likings if you still want to keep playing the same way that you usually do. But I encourage you to kind of feel out the expressiveness of it and approach that light action, because in the light action there's a lot of subtle stuff that can happen. But like this sound. It feels like maybe I need to push a little bit too hard for my kind of style. So maybe I go into the pressure curve here and say like, let's crank it up like this. Let's see, another sound. Yeah, every sound is different. A lot of practice required on some of the sounds. Let's see. Bella FM. Oh, nice. To be able to do that in just one sound, I love it. Let's say more. Give me more. Oh, nice. I gravitate towards these sounds that sound a bit more towards the acoustic side, because that's something that I've been kind of missing out in a lot of synthesizers. I hear plenty of that here. And like, when's the last time you just played a chord and it was beautiful and you got kind of goosebumps? I think for me, I'm not quite used to this vibrato per on a key. Maybe if you're a violinist, then you're used to that concept of having vibrato in one finger. But I'm not used to that. So I keep like cranking it far to the right and left. But if you work with it, work with the timing, work with how much, you can do some really subtle and beautiful vibratos. Like, oh, too much. Too much. Keep it subtle. Yeah. So a lot of practice there. And if you're a classically trained musician, you know what practice means. But if you're an electronic musician, maybe you don't fully know what practice means when it comes to like practicing the little muscles and coordination to the finest ability that you can do. And by the way, you can look through by type as well. So right now I'm just scanning through all of them, but we can scan through, let's see, brass, bowed, demo, electric piano. Let's try that and see what we have there. Yeah, how about percussive? Whoa. Whoa. Wow, this is crazy. that is really cool. Like if you're a percussionist, you can be much tighter than I can, because it's difficult to be super tight with rhythmic. So yeah, a lot of practice there. Nice. Wow. It's a nice sound. Good. Yeah. Yeah. Maybe we should just end it there, right? Right, on this cozy note. The Osmose is right here. It's working. It's ready to go, and it sounds absolutely beautiful. Some people might be wondering about what the playing surface is like. It feels sturdy. I mean, it's a different experience being able to bend the keys like that, but it's built to do that. So if it doesn't feel like it's gonna wear out, or no, it feels really great. And on the whole, if you compare it to a regular keyboard, I think it has a bit more travel, a bit more depth. So it requires a bit more physical activity to push it all the way down, but it is a very different approach to how to play a keyboard. And me, for instance, as you can see, I really love to be in the light action, so I don't use any force at all. I'm just lightly touching it, and then once in a while I go deeper and deeper. Yeah. So yeah, so pleased to see this finally reach the finishing line, And I applaud you, Osmose, to being to pull this off during these difficult times and not giving up. And I'm sure there's been a lot of frustration that you have counted. And yeah, I'm incredibly stoked to see this get out into the world, into the hands of musicians. And it's going to be, for me, I'm using a bit too big words here. Maybe you're thinking like, well, come on, calm down, cuckoo. But I really think it's a kind of new era of keyboard instruments. And this is maybe one of the first one, if maybe not actually the first one, that has implemented this in a proper product with a proper sound engine, and everything is just working so well. So congratulations, Osmose and expressive, for making this happen. And for everyone that's gonna get to try this, congratulations to you too. Yeah, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoy the stuff that I'm doing here on YouTube, please consider throwing in some donation to me over at Patreon. I highly, highly appreciate that. And you're going to see me using this a lot more in the future. And yeah, that's it for today. Thank you so much, everyone. And stay curious, and see you soon again.